Okay, and with Tony Smith, it's been a tough start to the season, I think you'll agree, and it doesn't get much tougher than going to Saints on Friday night.
Yeah, every game's pretty tough nowadays, and unless you turn up in the right sort of attitude and right sort of application, you get beaten. That's Super League, that's the whole competition. But yeah, we were rusty the first week. We made big improvements last week, pleased with the improvements, and hopefully we'll get more improvement again this week.
Are you glad to see the back of Knowsley Road?
No, happily go back there. Oh, only if it's not raining. I didn't like the sitting in the stand and getting the computer equipment wet. That was the only issue I had with Knowsley Road. So aside from that, happily go back there and happily compete. Just like we would have had it still been there this year.
Now I know you've been asked it a million times already. The record against St Helens isn't very impressive. Does that play on your mind or on the players' minds?
Doesn't on mine. Couldn't care less. I want to perform well every time the team goes out there. That's all. I concentrate on. If we perform well, that gives us a chance to win games. But no, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. Whether some players who have been involved for a number of years have got some issues, maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But the key to winning in it or being successful or breaking any sort of records is play well. You give yourself a chance. I will say that we've played well in the past as well and been beaten. I've got no issue with that, and if we perform well, I'll be happy with that again.
So is playing well more important than the result?
For sure, always is, without a doubt.
And what's the injury situation at the moment?
Not too bad. We haven't picked up any extras from last week, so not bad in that respect. Matt King's had his operation, and at best about an 8-week layoff, so which is much better than what we first expected. And Bridge hasn't changed, 3 to 4 weeks along those lines. We won't rush him, and same for Mike Cooper, 6 to 8 weeks, and he's telling me he's healing well, so we might see him a bit sooner, but not too far off, and same for Griggs and Clark aren't too far off as well.
Would you say the Warrington team now is mentally tougher than the team you took over?
Oh, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that we've done all sorts of things to be better, I would imagine so. I think, even on the weekend probably showed some of that. The ability to stick with a plan and carry out a plan, and I think we did that as well as we've done for a long time, and just stick with it and have the faith and the patience, and to come and win a game like that. Showed some toughness. I think it was a good one for us to get a bit tougher and make us a little bit more faith in ourselves that we can come from behind and can play well and win games.
I mean, Warrington could have, if they'd taken the chances, probably have killed the game off against Hull KR quite early on. Was it frustrating that things didn't go quite according to plan?
Sort of. Yeah, in some ways it was, because we created that many opportunities, and it was just final passes and a bit of execution or not passing, and on some occasions when we could have and should have, and just some of those decisions, and a little bit of skill being off here and there, but a big improvement at the same time. It was. I think when you look back on it, how could we have been behind 14-16 at half time? Just with the amount of opportunities that we created, it was just a bit bizarre. But same in the second half, we just camped in their half and just weren't able to pick out the right pass or the right play to finish them right off. But we brought them undone and created some opportunities. But nevertheless, our opposition were tenacious, and they worked hard and fought hard on their own line. But we got there in the end, so that was good.
Now, we've already seen some improvement between the first game and the second game. How much more improvement will you need to beat St Helens?
It depends how well they play this week. They're a good team, and they're a good challenge. But it's every team has their ups and downs, and their good days and their bad days. But to beat Hull KR is that's tough work nowadays. They're a tough team to beat. We'll have to be tough again this week if we're going to win this game. But you know, we just concentrate on what we can do, and that's, you know, that's improved. We can control that, so hopefully that's the issue for ourselves this week.
Finally, I know a few of the players have got some superstitions. Does Tony Smith have any superstitions?
No, not at all. No, I've put on my left shoe before I put on my left sock. Oh no, put on my left sock before I put on my left shoe. That's about it.
Okay, well, good luck at the weekend, Tony.
Thanks, Gary.